Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 7 o'clock news. Tonight's leading story, the world is over. After 4.5 billion years of Earth, there will definitely be no Earth left. Of those 4.5 billion years, it is believed that 3.8 of those billion years had life on Earth, consisting of over 5 billion species. Humans have been around for the last 200,000 years, holding civilization for a mere 6,000 years. We're still gathering reports on what the amount of nothingness that there will be left, but all expectations are leading towards a lot of emptiness. Unbelievable amounts of nothing.
The world is ending.
Aliens, please save us. This world is ungracious. It's ending unfamous. You're tuned into Bodacious. Bill Bishop.
Hey aliens, just watched a news story and it scared me. Here's typically what it looks like. I get out my phone and I just go like this. And I don't... And I just go back between like the same maybe 3 websites until the day has passed. Sometimes it's not so fun to get scared by reading things. It's not bad. I don't know. I don't mean to be so pessimistic. I'm just confused. That's what I am. I'm confused. So today, calling in is my friend Oscar. He writes articles and he writes plays, and he's from a lot of different parts in the world. And so he and I are gonna chat about a bunch of stuff.
Hey Oscar, thanks so much for calling into the show. First, can you describe yourself to our alien audience?
Sure. My name is Oscar Lopez. I'm a writer and a journalist, and I was born in Mexico, but I grew up in Australia, and I lived some time in the U.S. also. I don't really know which one I identify with more. Like, often I say Australia because it's where I lived more recently and where my family is, but when I talk, I have an American accent, and I obviously have like a relationship with the U.S. as well. But I'm also like Mexican and proudly so, and I have Mexican citizenship, and I have a lot of family here. So, yeah, I think I do identify with different places, which gives me kind of a more flexibility in terms of where I need to live, because I feel like I kind of belong to a lot of places, so I kind of belong anywhere. I mean, I think there's a definite relationship between form and content. Obviously there always has to be. Form can be quite a driving force. I'm interested in like you said, form that's not traditional. There's something interesting about having restrictions. I think having barriers and pushing up against them is kind of interesting. Partly that the reason I'm interested in both sort of nonfiction theater and nonfiction writing is that I feel like what's happening in the real world is more weird and interesting than anything people can make up. So I think that's why I'm interested in finding ways to portray reality. I think I've just had a lot of different perspectives growing up as part of the LGBT community and feeling kind of discriminated against or being bullied, or there's just a lot of times that I've felt myself that small injustices against myself, and then I could kind of extrapolate what that must be like for other people. So I kind of feel like it's almost a responsibility for me that I do have a lot of privilege to be able to help people that maybe don't. So the people that are really impacted by cartels in Mexico are poor workers in rural areas whose daughters are kidnapped or sold into the cartel trade, but they don't really matter because they're small people, and refugees are the same. Like, they're just small people. They're not world leaders. They're not businessmen.
What about making art does help people who might be experiencing social injustice?
I think it's a lot of levels. Like, I think sometimes in the creation process, especially the things that I do, where in theater and in sort of journalism, interviewing people will get to talk about their experiences, and their experiences are legitimized. So yeah, someone who's maybe felt that their story has never mattered, suddenly their story is on the front page of a magazine or being spoken by an actor on stage. Like, that's a very empowering experience, I think. Show a little bit of empathy. People kind of are happy to talk to you because they want their story out there, and I think it's both the process of telling it can be empowering, but also knowing that it could reach and have an impact for them and other people like them. And then I think it's also about shining a spotlight, on issues and having that sort of public attention, because, whether it's media or theater, it's something that is a small story that no one's heard of can suddenly become like a big public moment. So it's about focusing public attention, which I think can bring about change.
Dear aliens, if you haven't done so already, please enter full screen mode. Keep your audio-visual receptors at a comfortable distance from the screen, and enjoy this bodacious stream.
Bill, come on in here and let me show you around. I'm always so scared of the news. When was the last time you left your apartment? The world is a scary place, but you should not avoid it.
I'm really tired. Can I just go back to sleep?
Bill, I have some questions to ask you. Is there such thing as a justified good life? Do you wish that you were someone else the suffering of others? Why can't we all just get along? How do you animals know what is consciousness? What does matter? Are human beings good? Is a person trapped evil by their position in the world, time, and space?
And the man in the moon, when the little birds are nesting, and I listen to them croon. There's two lonesome people in the whole wide world, that's me and the man in the moon. Just before I'm counting sheep, through my window he comes to peep, and with each other we're sympathizing, looking at the happy sweethearts while they sit around and spoon.
Hello, this is us reporting from planet Earth, the most complicated, interesting, fascinating, and beautiful place I've ever known. I hope we're not too confusing for you, but among all the chaos, there's some amazing stuff happening.